Before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to my imaginary friend that is no longer with us. This is in memory of Vinny Bopperino, who is no longer with us due to a terrible Twizzler accident. Please leave in the comments below if you knew Vinny Bopperino and if you like Twizzlers or not. Thank you. Hello everybody, it's me Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing Maneater. It was developed and published by Tripwire Interactive and just released on May 22nd of 2020 on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the Epic Store for PC, and will eventually have a Nintendo Switch version coming out sometime later this year. Now, what exactly is Maneater? Well, it is a third-person action role-playing game where you play as a baby bull shark that is out for revenge against Scaly Pete, a shark hunter who kills your mother and scars you. So, you must grow and evolve so that you can go and get your redemption in the end. Now, the game consists of a vast open world to explore with 7 different interconnected regions, and with loads of different hidden locations, side objectives, and more. And as you go around completing missions, eating stuff, and learning new abilities to progress Metroidvania style by evolving your shark with different nutrients. Now, they're mainly proteins that you get from eating creatures and people, but you can also find rare mutagenics as well that also helps evolve you in different ways. Now, as you grow and evolve to a mighty megalodon, throughout the game, you acquire different options to customize your shark's looks and abilities. Now, what I mean by this, they're known as internal and external evolutions. A good example would be as you evolve and you want to modify your external evolutions, you can add bone plates to your shark to make it almost tank-like, or electric spikes to where you can electrocute different creatures. Now, the internal ones help with like almost like a version of sonar or radar and stuff like that. Now, at the onset of this game, you do have some basic attacks, everything from charging, tail whipping that is used to stun enemies, and even jumping out of water to eat people, and also eating creatures while they're in the water. But more advanced moves allow you to progress farther through the game. The best way to describe this game is think like a Grand Theft Auto where you're a shark with some a lot of Metroidvania style aspects. Like there's certain areas you cannot get through until you learn a certain move that your shark can do, and stuff like that. Now, as you create more and more trouble, just like in Grand Theft Auto, it's sort of, I'm going to call it a havoc meter. You got this meter that will go up, and ranking up will pretty much cause more people to come to try to stop you. They'll send bounty hunters after you, similar to what the police would do, sending SWAT and tanks once you got to level 5. Well, once you hit level 5 in terms of the bounty hunters trying to kill you, they'll be like a leader that's actually got a specific name to them, and if you're able to take down and destroy the leader of the bounty hunters that are after you, you will get a really neat additional reward for taking down these bounty hunter leaders. And there are 10 bounty hunter leaders in total in the game that you can do that with. Now, the other thing I noticed is each region is drastically different from every other one, and they have an apex predator, basically the equivalent of a level boss. And this level boss, when you fight them, it's anything from, like, if you're in the deep ocean, you fight like giant whales, you have like squids, sharks, alligators, and more. And like I said, there's 7 total, and they're very, very challenging, and I'll get into the details on them here in a minute. Now, the game's story, hands down, is very unique. It's almost done like it's a TV reality show where it has a narration from this voiceover of this main character from the show's host. And as you progress through the game, pretty much, you know, the host is like it's some sort of weird History Channel game show about sharks. It's actually intriguing. It's kind of corny and over the top, but this whole game is like that. And the more you play, the more you understand. And it's not just the fact of you going around as a shark just eating things and learning new moves. There's also some other stuff that's really quite creative in it, like to be able to use the use of tools by your shark. Now, what I mean by that is a good example is rather early on, you can go and kill a swordfish, and when you do, you can like pretty much have the swordfish in your mouth and use it like a weapon, like a tool to actually help fight, stab other things with it, and they have a lot of different things like this in this game. So it's got quite a bit of a complexity to it, a lot more than I expected at first. I thought it was going to be more of an arcadey romp, but no, it's not at all. And the other thing I've noticed is as you evolve, you can eat anything smaller than you, but if something's the same size as you or larger, you will have to be very, very, very careful by making sure to get your timing down right when they're attacking you, to be able to parry and dodge them. And this is needed also to help bigger enemies and mainly bosses, because the bosses in this game, hands down, are really tricky. They all have their own set of moves and attack patterns that you will have to memorize and figure out how to beat these bosses. Once you figure it out, it's still a challenge, but not that difficult. But at first, you're like, whoa, this is actually way more in-depth than I would expect in a shark simulator game. And it's not a shark simulator game. Honestly, it plays like an arcadey version of Grand Theft Auto, but you're a shark instead. And the fact of the matter is, most of the time, I'm not in the water. You can jump out of the water so much. It's really amazing how much stuff you can actually do in this game. Now, the other thing I have to point out is, different evolutions of your shark. Depending on what style gameplay that you want to do, if you evolve your shark in a specific way, it'll help you achieve that. Like for a different style, like if you like stealth, you can do I wouldn't say it's a vampire thing, but there's certain things you can do that'll make your shark to where he's really stealthy. He can slow down time and do other stuff like that. But if you want to have more of a tank shark, that's where what I did, at least on the first playthrough, was I got all these bone exterior panels put on my shark to where it beefed him up to make him really strong, where it could do a lot of damage and take a lot of hits, almost like a tank shark, really. And then there's other ones as well, like including the ones where you can have it to where your shark's pretty much like electrical. You can electrocute enemies and stun a big group of them. And honestly, it's got a lot of replayability in terms of what you can actually do with tweaking your shark to a specific skill set that you want to do. And another thing is this game is fairly decent in length. The gameplay right now, from what I played through, is it's about 15-20 hours or so to be able to do most of the things in the game. It may take you a little less, or even up to 30 plus hours to actually do everything in this game. And it will have eventually some post-launch DLC. Maybe some new areas, some new bosses, maybe even some new abilities. Currently, I do not know what the DLC is, but I have heard that they will be having post-launch DLC for this title. Now, unlike most games in the market, naturally it does have a pre-order bonus if you pre-order this title, but it's not an exclusive pre-order bonus based on, if you went to a Target, you got a Target symbol on your shark or something, or if you pre-ordered it from GameStop, you got something special. No, there is a pre-order bonus, but it is the same no matter where you pre-order the game, and it is a tiger shark skin. It's pretty cool looking, actually. Some nice stripes on it. But other than that, it's basically just a skin. It doesn't really do much of anything else. Now, like I said, this game will launch on May 22nd for all these gaming systems, and it's only $39.95 or $39.99 depending where you go. It's only $40. It's not even a full price game, and it's darn near a AAA title. I'm actually ecstatic to say that this is hands down, it's a fun game, it's a brutal game, it's gory, it's action packed, It looks beautiful. It plays great. I love the Metroidvania style aspects of it. And for the overall package you're getting with this game, the price point of $40 is phenomenal. This is a correct way on how to make a game, and I feel the people at Tripwire really put their heart and soul into this title, and it shows. It's a very unique game, and it's nice to see not a carbon copy first-person shooter. This is a fantastic game. Now, keep in mind, you can get this in both a physical release copy and a digital download. So if you are like me and you are a fan of physical versions, you can actually get a physical release copy of this game, which is pretty cool, especially considering with everything that's going on nowadays. It's nice to still be able to get an actual physical game. I like being able to hold it and maybe let someone borrow it if they want to. I like physical because you can do so much more with a physical copy than you can do with a digital. And in the end, my final review of Manhunter is this game's fantastic. I absolutely love it. The game plays great. I love the aspects where it almost has like a Dark Souls light combo system when you're fighting bosses bigger than you. I like the idea behind the interpretation of how you evolve your shark from a little baby into a giant megalodon. I love the different art, renditions of each area that you go to. Overall, I found this to be a fun game. I really enjoy it, and at the price point, I can highly recommend it to just about anyone out there. Especially if you like a game like Grand Theft Auto, you will love this game as well. I highly recommend it. I think it's freaking great. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. Please leave in the comments below what you think about Manhunter, if you like it or if you think it's just a stupid game or not. Give me a like if you like this video. Make sure to hit the bell icon to stay updated whenever I release any new videos on my channel. And of course, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.